What is going on YouTube? Welcome to a brand new video, and there we have it. There's breakfast. Oats and some peanut butter. This month I'm going to be doing something different to what I'm used to. After 23 years of being a fully fledged meat eater, I'm going vegan for the month. I'm doing Veganuary, so we're going to see how it goes. But that's the first meal of 2019. So before I started the video and stuff like that, I kind of want to have a sit down and give my reasonings as to why I want to start a vegan diet. Basically, I've always wanted to give veganism a go because I've always found it quite interesting. I feel like I have a better understanding of nutrition. So how do vegans get their protein and stuff like that? It's kind of a big question that they've always been asked. I'm sure a lot of vegans, ones who have been vegan for years, find it quite annoying answering that question all the time. But there are way more kind of things that you can get protein from other than meat, alright? Due to the myth of you can only get protein from meat kind of being blown out of the water all the time, it's kind of allowed me to kind of look into it. I found a lot of material online. It makes it a lot easier. Everyone's sharing their experiences, they share meal ideas, meal prep and stuff like that. And there are a lot of vegan bodybuilders out there that kind of prove that you can pursue a vegan diet and be in good shape, you know what I mean? I thought, why not give it a go? I was too scared to commit to it. Now I'm just kind of biting the bullet. I'm going to do it for the whole of January, and hopefully I like it. Hopefully I stick to it. I think I will stick to it 100% for January because I kind of put it out there online. I'll hold myself accountable. I'm not the type of person that will just back out and just not do it. I will do it. I'll see it through to the end of January. Hopefully I'll like it, and hopefully I can kind of carry that on past January. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that do kind of educate you a bit better on how you should go about doing it, and those are the people that kind of helped me commit to doing it. So that being said, as I'm a lifelong meat eater, if you have any suggestions of things that I can do to make the transition easier, besides getting the beans in, or like, and I'm trying to avoid soy too much, to be honest, because I know that that's not too good for men, because it can increase your estrogen and stuff like that. But if you do have any ideas of ways I can get kind of protein in other than beans, other than soy and nuts, I'm not really a nuts fan. If you could throw suggestions into the comment box down below, that would be great. This video is going to document this week because I'm quite busy with shows and stuff. I'll kind of keep the vegan diet up whilst I'm traveling for shows and stuff like that, because that's probably the hardest thing sometimes with diet, with nutrition, is when you're traveling. You know what I mean? Even as a meat eater, sometimes you can get a little bit bogged down with prepping meals all the time. But it's something you've got to do if you're going to stick to something, because otherwise, especially kind of with the transitioning from meat eating to a plant-based diet, I don't really know what I would like if I was to buy something last minute in Tesco's because I haven't got time to prep, or like I hadn't made time to prep, then I wouldn't know what to grab, to be honest. Usually I just grab a packet of chicken, some bread rolls, and I have my carbs, I have my proteins, I have my fats in. Easy. As a vegan, I wouldn't have a clue. So that's why I'm going to make sure I prep, because otherwise, I've already failed before I even started. So yeah, enjoy the video. And there's the meal prep for tomorrow. We're at about 1500 calories, 113 grams of protein, 213 carb, and then 15 fat. So the macronutrients on them is pretty damn sweet. But I got a lot of kidney beans in there. I got some mixed beans, and then we got some sausages in there, Linda McCartney stuff. But obviously going cold turkey straight from a meat eater to a vegan, so the kind of meat replacements will be very handy for me. We're on day 2 of Veganuary, and I've just come back from Tesco, picked up a few things, picked up a few odds and ends that can last me for the week, so I can prep and stuff like that, ready for the shows that are coming up this week. So to show you what I picked up, picked some chickpeas and some taco beans. Got some bolognese sauce with buttons, bar buttons, some apples, flatbreads, some seasonings. Man loves a bagel, so I had to pick up some bagels. Got some chickpea puffs, some granola. Need our extra protons, protein boosted. Red lentils, diced onions, and plenty of this high protein usually to make sure I get that in. Day one wasn't really as hard as I thought it would be, like in terms of what I was eating. You know, I liked a lot of what I was eating. The biggest problem I found was kind of getting enough protein in. I think I only got like 130 grams in yesterday, which is quite low for what I usually go for. Usually I hit about between 180 and 200. But today I've got all that food I prepped yesterday. That takes me to 110 already. I think it is something like that. I should be alright today, I think. Yeah, it's going well so far. So I just got in from a show in Tenby. Been quite busy all day. I drove to the show and stuff like that. I haven't really filmed much today. I feel like this vlog, because I'm filming for the week, will just be kind of updates. It'll be check-ins to let you know like how it's going and stuff like that. So today, day 2, successful, no animal products. Went through these succulent lips. Basically, it's going well. I'm not really craving meat or dairy or anything like that. I guess the one thing I am missing is kind of milk in my tea, but that's something I'm gonna have to kind of deal with for now. I've been using like oat milk and like this stuff that's like called milk, but it's spelled with a Y, haven't I? I managed to hit more protein today. I did have some snacks and stuff like that. Like I had these like chickpea crisps from Tesco earlier, and I had like a flapjack as well. I think the crisps had like 10 grams of protein in the flapjack, had about 10 grams. Obviously I know like a lot of vegans and stuff don't bother tracking macros, but that's a way that's kind of worked for me. It's helped my body composition, whether it been dieting, whether it been trying to put on weight. Is something has worked for me, and I'm trying to stick with that. So because I was bulking, I was aiming for about 3,600 calories, and today I hit about 2,800, so about 900 calories under, which isn't the end of the world. But with all the beans and say the pasta and the rice and stuff, it is quite difficult eating. Do you know what I mean? Like you do get a lot of volume in, you stay nice and full, especially with the greens and stuff, because I've been making sure that I do get the broccoli, spinach, stuff like that in. I still hit like 163 grams of protein, so I'm about like 25 under, I'd say, so that's not so bad. And then my fats are at 66, and I expect my fats to be a lot higher. Maybe I should start eating like almonds or something, just to get some extra protein in, because obviously I can afford to, because the fat is still relatively low, which is decent. And then my carbs are 363, so yeah, going well so far. Pretty happy with those going. So, but we're only 2 days in, still a lot more days left in January, so we'll see how it goes. So welcome to day 3 of the vlog, day 3 of Veganuary. I'm just about to have breakfast. The things I eat tend to not really change that much, to be honest. We've got some porridge and some peanut butter again. I was quite close to hitting my overall protein target last night. I think I had like 160 or whatever it was. I'm going to get an extra 22 in with this soy protein isolate this morning, mixed it with some almond milk. Hopefully I'll be able to hit that protein goal pretty easily today. I've had quite a few of these servings of this soy protein isolate, and it's pretty disgusting to say the least. For those who don't know, obviously on the vegan diet you can't have whey protein because there's dairy in it. So if anyone has any recommendations on the best protein powders to use as a vegan, then please let me know in the comment box down below, as I do want to stick to this. So we just finished up a leg workout. I'll probably film a workout at some point this week, but I don't want to do it every day. It's going to be a long video. But yeah, I had a good leg session, and I got a show in Newtown. We'll be leaving in about an hour and a half for that. So first I'm going to pop into Holland Barrett, and then I'm going to go home and make some food for the day. Should have prepped earlier, to be honest, but I didn't. It is what it is. So I just got out of Holland Barrett, and one of the main things I wanted to get was nutritional yeast, and I think this is nutritional yeast, because whenever I've typed it on Google, this is what comes up. So it says yeast flakes, so I assume it is that. But I want that because I want to make seitan or however you say it. And I also bought up some of this savoury soy protein mince. In 100 grams of this, there's 50 grams of protein, and the fat is 1 gram in that serving as well. It's like 39 carb, but you know what I mean? You'd much rather have the carb in there than the fat, really. But yeah, I thought that's gonna make it much easier for me to hit my protein goal. Like I said, I want to give this a proper go. I'm not looking for excuses here. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, this is difficult, that's difficult. Like, it's gonna be hard at first because I'm not used to it. But that's why I'm trying to make changes kind of along the way. I want to make it sustainable, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, I don't want to be feeling like I'm sacrificing things, and at the moment I'm only 3 days in, so I don't feel like I'm sacrificing a whole lot. But I think after a couple of weeks, I'll probably start craving, like, well, you know, I have been craving, you know, like, you know, pizzas with meat on them and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping that passes, or I find a good, like, alternative. I think the main thing is trying to make it sustainable, because, you know, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm on a diet, and then you go hardcore, or you put yourself on some sort of, you know, meal plan, and you're not enjoying it, you're not, you know, you're cheating on the diet, you know what I mean, you're not sticking to it, then that's not sustainable, you know what I mean? This is something that I should be able to kind of uphold with, you know, my everyday life, you know what I mean? And, well, you know, for example, I've got an hour and 15 until I need to leave, and I need to go and have a shower, I need to pack, and I need to make my meals and eat now. So I'm hoping, I don't really know how to cook this soy mince stuff. Maybe I can just put it in the frying pan with a load of veg and it'll be done. But I'm hoping it'll be a lot quicker than actually waiting for chicken to cook, you know what I mean? Or waiting for mince to cook. And like, whenever I cook chicken, I'm terrified. I'm always like on edge, thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get food poisoning, or like I'll be there burning my finger, making sure I like cut the open it up and touch the center on my finger and burn my finger and stuff like that, just to check it was cooked. Yeah, I was always riddled with anxiety eating chicken and stuff. I know these savoury soy protein mince thing obviously is soy, and I said in one of the earlier clips, like I think it was on the first or something, that like obviously soy is kind of bad for you and stuff like that. But I've been trying to read up on it, you know what I mean? Because, you know, every day I've been doing it. Like, I've had like 8, 9, 10 tabs on my phone with different like vegan things, like web pages and stuff. So if you have any reliable sources, kind of talking about soy and like kind of the pros and cons of it, knocks your estrogen up. But then I read something then, it was like, well, if you're eating, you know, a chicken breast from a female chicken, then you've got chicken estrogen in your system from that. Basically, you know, would you rather just have soy, or would you rather have estrogen from another animal that isn't like remotely similar to you, you know what I mean? But yeah, but I've been trying to read about it. So if you have any good sources that you can kind of throw my way, check them in the comment box down below, or kind of DM me or wherever, because, you know, I want to learn as much as I can about you know, being vegan and, you know, making a plant-based like diet sustainable, you know what I mean? So I'm just doing today's daily check-in to let you know kind of how it's going. Again, yesterday, no animal products went into my body. I've been checking labels and stuff, trying to make sure that there's nothing in there. So yeah, so far so good. Only problem was, obviously, like, when I'm doing this as well, I want to make sure that I am being, you know, transparent. I want to make sure that I'm being kind of real and honest about how I feel about this. Because if I didn't like it, I would say I didn't like it. You know what I mean? And I would say that I'm gonna, you know, eat meat again or whatever when this month is over. I kind of had one of those moments yesterday where when I was eating, I didn't really show you what I made yesterday, but basically I bought some of that textured vegetable protein, put that in, and put quite a lot of it in, and it's a weird taste, do you know what I mean? It's a weird texture. That's what's different, do you know what I mean, about going vegan, is the texture of food. I'm used to the texture of, you know, whether it be dairy, whether it be, you know, meat or whatever. I'm used to, you know, what that texture feels like. What I've done is I've just gone and picked up some tofu, and I'm gonna make sure as well that I try to get like some nuts and seeds and stuff in, because I've been looking at my macros the last few days, and my fats are not too bad, to be honest. Like, you know, I think one of the worst days I had so far is like 70 grams of fat in a day.
but I'm still not hitting my overall caloric intake. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to eat some more nuts and obviously tofu and stuff, because I can kind of overcompensate for the calories with trying to get more fats in. For those that don't know, in 1 gram of fat there's 9 calories, and then in 1 gram of carbs and 1 gram of protein there's 4 calories. For every gram of fat you have, you're basically doubling your calories. It's not like I'm getting these fats from, you know, chocolate and stuff like that. These fats are coming from, you know, nuts and obviously tofu. So that's what we got going on today. We got some peas and we got some spinach. Seasoned it with some garlic pepper and some Himalayan pink salt. We got some tofu on the go. Gonna weigh that out, and then we're gonna have some mixed taco beans in here. I'll probably cook it with some pasta, chuck a little bit of sauce with it, and hopefully it'll taste nice. Also, I've been really bunged up the last few days, so I'm just talking with a blocked nose all the time. Fun times. That's what we got today. Tofu, mixed beans, peas and spinach. Just waiting for this bad boy to soften up, and we'll mix them together. I'll give it a little taste test on the camera, and there it is. So I haven't mixed it up yet. Right, so that's what we got. It's not really much different to what I showed you in the frying pan. It's just on top of pasta. Right, that's what we got. Right, so I'm gonna give it a little mix up. Smells very peppery. I put a lot of garlic pepper in to try and make up for the taste, because there was zero taste in yesterday's dinner. But I'm gonna make sure I get a bit of everything on this bite. Plenty of tofu. Yeah, it's not bad actually. There's a lot more flavour in there. Hopefully, like if I was eating this now hot, I would enjoy it. But I think the real test is when it's cold later on, and I have to eat it cold. I don't think I'm fortunate enough for it to be a microwave at the venue, so. This is going to be a fantastic sign, because apart from these couple of pieces I'll put in now, it all fits in one tub. I've been filling up 2 of these tubs, and I've just been full. I haven't been able to eat anything. I left a load of dinner yesterday, so hopefully, this will be, it'll be easy to hit the macros today. So I just finished up a push workout in the gym. Hope you enjoyed cheeky little time lapses and stuff. Our family's New Year's Day meal was late by a couple of days, and I was wrestling so I couldn't make it. And because I wasn't doing this veganuary thing, I couldn't have eaten like the meat and stuff like that anyway. My mother was nice enough to make me a nice vegan curry today, so that's what I come up here for today. Dig into vegan curry with some couscous. So we'll see how it goes. It might just be the best vegan meal I've eaten so far. I haven't really put much seasonings and stuff in my food, so looking forward to it. So that's what we got there. Vegan curry. We got chickpeas, some coconut milk, coriander, tomatoes on a bed of couscous. Gonna give the curry a little taste test. Mix in the couscous. It's my first time properly trying couscous as well, so hopefully I like it. A few people had in the last vlog, had a couple of words to say that I didn't blow the pizza, so I'm making sure I blow this thoroughly so I don't burn my mouth. What's going on, guys? Just doing the daily check-in. Currently filming off my iPhone because I left my camera at my parents' yesterday, so I'm gonna have to pick that up later. Letting you know that it went well last night. I carried on with obviously the vegan diet last night. Again, same again this morning. Porridge and peanut butter for breakfast, and then I had some rice and two vegan, I think the quinoa and brown rice burgers. It's all going well. You know, is easier and it's cheaper than people make out as well. You know what I mean? Like, people use the excuses of like, oh, I can't afford to do it. Well, just don't buy the expensive vegan food if you can't afford to do it, because you know, fruit and veg isn't expensive really. You know what I mean? But you know, those people are happy enough to pay, you know, 17 quid for a pizza from Domino's anyway. So like, you could spend that 17 quid on a decent shop, you know what I mean? And time-wise as well, it is a lot quicker because, well, for instance, today I was quite pressed for time. If anyone says they don't have time to do any meal prep, you're a liar, because I was pressed for time. I managed to do my meal prep, wash my dishes, and have lunch, and still be here on time. Well, I was here early. I'm here early. I'm here like 15 minutes early. So, yeah, anyone that says you haven't got time to meal prep, that's a lie. You just need to prioritise your time better. And anyone who says that being a vegan is too expensive, and this is coming from a lifelong meat eater as well, mind, right? Someone that actually is, you know, kind of missing meat a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm having some cravings, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I want to be open and transparent about it. But yeah, anyone that says they haven't got time to do it or it's too expensive, you definitely need to look into it a bit better, because I think I'm probably saving money, to be honest, like doing this. I'm not getting as much protein as I would usually aim, but I'm definitely saving some money, because obviously meat isn't cheap. I mean, you can easily spend 10 to 15 quid on just meat. So yeah, overall, it's going pretty well. Kind of happy with the progress so far for this week. Obviously, last day is tomorrow for the first week, and then we'll see how the rest of January goes there. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see. I'm not going to do this style of video every single week. I would rather some variety. So obviously I'm going to throw some like full day of eatings in there. Full days of eating? Yeah, full days of eating. Obviously I follow the if it fits your macros kind of sort of system when it comes to diet, because like I said earlier, it works for me. It's something that I've seen results from like over the course of this year especially. So ideally that is something I want to stick to. But let me know if there's any videos that you would like me to kind of cover, like any topics you'd like me to go over as a kind of a newbie vegan. What's going on, guys? Today is the last day of the first week of Veganuary. So once today's over, that'll be 7 days with no animal products going into my body. It's been easier than I thought it would have been, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a bit harder. I am missing some things, you know what I mean, like whether it be, I don't know, normal ice cream or meat generally, or, you know what I mean, like, because I've been used to eating those for 23 years, so of course I'm going to have some sort of like withdrawal. The milk in my tea as well, that's a big one. I had a black tea earlier. It wasn't that bad really, but yeah, there's kind of things that I've been used to and I've had to change, but it is what it is, and you know, at the moment is fine. So now I'm going to currently dig into one of these wicked kitchen pizzas from Tesco, which is vegan, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to have that now, and then I'm going to, obviously today is the start of, it's the 7th today, so today is the start of the first full week down at Dragon Pro in Cardiff. So I'm going to be going on there, so I'm going to have to obviously make some food. It'll probably be standard, the stuff I've made anyway, to be honest, with the pasta, beans, sauce, and maybe chuck some tofu in there as well, just for some extra protein. But yeah, that's my day pretty much. I gotta do some work now. I did a leg session earlier, gotta do some work and stuff now before I go down there. Today is Saturday the 12th of January, and on the 7th I did film a clip kind of finishing the vlog off, but when I watched it back it wasn't so good because I left my camera at my mother's house, so I had to use my phone, and I did it in the car and it was really dark. So I'm just going to redo it now and kind of let you know how, well, I might as well just let you know how it's been going up to this point. It's been going pretty well, still going strong. I just finished up meal prep now for Pro Wrestling Chaos in Bristol. That's happening today. We're 12 days in. It's going pretty well, to be honest. I'm getting cravings and stuff like that, but it's just a matter of just sticking at it and being prepared. There's a couple of times where I've almost left the house without prepping any meals, and luckily I was just like, no, that would be a big mistake if I did, because I wouldn't be getting enough protein in. Now, obviously today I got some rice, I got some kidney beans, I got some chickpeas, and you know, bits of veg in there and stuff like that, right? So a little something I kind of want to say. So even though 1 gram of protein might, you know, on my fitness pal it'll come with 1 gram of protein, right? So say you have some broccoli or whatever, you have a serving of broccoli, you could have maybe like 3 grams of protein or something like that, whatever's in it, okay? The difference between, say, the protein in a piece of broccoli and the protein in some chicken is the protein in that meat is a complete protein, so it's got at least the 9 essential amino acids that you need for a complete protein. Veg and stuff like that tends to not be a complete protein, so as a vegan I've been able to look for the things that are complete protein. So I haven't really eaten any like buckwheat or anything like that. Buckwheat is a complete protein, I think. Soy is a complete protein, and if you combine rice and beans, so I got some rice and I got some beans today, then you will get at least the 9 essential amino acids that build up, you know, that kind of complete protein. So little interesting fact for you there, dropping some sweet knowledge. So this is where I'm going to wrap the vlog up, even though it's kind of a few days after that set, you know, the first week that I said it was going to be. I wanted to kind of do a proper clip and kind of sum it up a bit better, because the quality wasn't really the best on it, so because of the dark and stuff. If you have anything, you know, any advice, kind of seeing the things that I've been eating like throughout the first week and stuff like that, then it would be great if you could kind of throw your vegan expertise at me. You can kind of help me out, help anybody else out who's aspiring to be a vegan. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's definitely a different change in lifestyle for me, to be honest, but I've enjoyed the first 12 days so far of Veganuary. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you like the video. I'll see you in the next one.